starting a clothing brand in 2026. That is what I'm going to be doing. And I hope that with what my research is, it can help somebody else out trying to start a new business for the new year. So I've been doing a bunch of research and watching a bunch of videos on what it is, how to do this, how to start this. It's a lot of information, a lot of things to know. Now, I'm not necessarily going to want to build a clothing brand. I want to build a lifestyle brand as well, such as stickers, mugs, cups, different household office type things. I want to call it a streetwear brand, lifestyle, sort of a little bit of a luxury modern type brand with a retro type vibe. I can see it. I just don't know how to say it. But stick around, make sure you guys subscribe because we're doing this and this is our first video and I'm really excited to see how all of this is going to turn out. It's going to be really, really exciting to see the end result on how the website's going to look, the clothing pieces are going to look, how I'm going to establish everything, how I'm going to do, I don't even know, honestly. I'm excited for it. Stick around. Let's get more into the video. Hook you guys up with a little bit of tips on what I'm doing and what you guys can do and what you guys can tweak, or maybe it'll help you open your mind a little bit. I'm really handsy with moving my hands a lot, so sorry. So my name is Erasmo Garza. I own a custom apparel printing business. And I do a bunch of custom designs and work for customers that want specific prints on their t-shirts or hoodies or joggers, pants, whatever. And so I'm like, you know what? I do all of this work for customers already. It's super fun. It's super nice to see people's creativity and me bring it to life on a piece of apparel for them. I love doing it. I've been doing it for the past couple of years now, and it has been the coolest thing to do. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to dabble into other things as well. So I ended up opening a soap business, and I'm like, you know what? This is hard because doing soap and then doing custom apparel, they're two different avenues. And that was just, it was too much. So I'm like, you know what? This sucks that I have to give the soap up. I didn't want to. It's only me. There's not enough time in the day. And I'm like, you know what? I got to think of something that needs to go in line with apparel. So that is where this is really good, because whenever I get samples in, I can already have my custom printing done by me in-house. If you guys are interested in doing custom printing, I suggest getting into screen printing, direct to film, direct to garment, vinyl printing. That stuff there it's definitely helpful, and it's a lot cheaper for you in the long run. You have a lot more flexibility on tweaking certain things, and that's where I'm very creative with wanting to do a lot of, I'm very artsy, very crafty. I love creating my own things, and so that's what I want this business to be about. I don't want anybody to create it. In other words, I don't want to be the middleman. I don't want somebody to create these designs for me, put them on a shirt, put them on cups, mugs, hats, all of this stuff, and then I'm just selling it. Like that there to me is just, it's not relatable. I feel like I don't have this connection to the customer, if that makes any sense. So I just want a bunch of blanks, whether it's mugs, cups, all the shebang. And I'm the guy creating everything on these things, seeing people eventually wear them, use them, and I'm like, you know what, dang, I made that for that customer. Like that hits a lot harder, and it means a lot more to me than having somebody else make it. And I'm like, well, here's your clothing, here's your cup, somebody else made it, I'm just the middleman. Like, that doesn't sit right with me, man. So I've been taking a bunch of notes with manufacturers, and I see a lot of people on YouTube go overseas for manufacturers, and this here is definitely, this is a risk. And you know, I'm all about risks, taking big risks, and you know that this is life, you know, but I'm doing this with a smarter risk rather than a not smart risk. So I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go overseas, and the reason for that is because I want to keep it US manufactured. So I've been talking to a bunch of different manufacturers in the United States, whether they create the clothing piece from a roll of fabric or they create the pieces and I just buy wholesale. So I got a list. And honestly, if you guys want to know this list, definitely comment, subscribe, because I'm going to gatekeep this a little bit, because this here took a while a long while to come up with. And I don't know if I can give it out for free just yet. But if you guys are interested, comment you guys are interested, subscribe, share this video. So with going US, it's faster, it's a lot easier, simpler. It's almost like working smarter instead of harder, but not necessarily. You get the pieces in a lot faster. This is something that you can build, you can create a lot sooner. You can publish them. You publish your US manufacturers. This is what I've been thinking. You publish these US manufacturers, these clothing pieces on your website. You sell these pieces first. In the background, once you grow a little bit bigger with your business, once you have these and you're like, you know what, I want to create something, but I want to create it overseas. I want somebody to cut and sew for me. And so while you have these pieces on your website, you're talking to overseas manufacturers. So that's where I'm at, and that's where I want to start. Day one really consisted of creating a logo, my design, what I want my name to be, how I want everything to look. And so 3 months ago, I created my name, my logo. Where did I come up with the name Tiki Tide? Honestly, it was with my soap business. I had a soap that I called Tiki Tide, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually a cool name, and I kind of want to use this name. I'm big into tropical lifestyle. I love palm trees. I love warm weather, and I love clothing. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's mash all this together and let's create something with it. So the only thing that I am kind of worried about with Tiki Tide is I don't want people to think that this is going to be beachwear. So kind of be cautious and really sit on your name before you kind of create, kind of go full force hardcore, create your name, and then later you're like, dang, like this name just isn't sitting right. Kind of sit on it a little bit. That's where patience comes in, and that's the hard thing for me is patience. But I'm glad I took a lot longer to kind of think about this name and let it sit with me, because right now that's just kind of where I'm at. I feel good about it, but I think it's the way that I'm going to push it. It's not going to be beachwear, and I don't want people to think it's going to be beachwear, because it's not going to be. So I think it all comes down to how I'm promoting it. So I think I'm pretty much good. So the first step is logo, design, and your color palette. What do you want your colors to be? What do you want them to look like? I see a lot of people using like dark colors with their streetwear brand. So for day two, I have my website designer. I'm designing the website. I've tried designing multiple websites numerous of times, and I get so frustrated. I cannot sit there and build a website. It is so difficult, and I get so frustrated with it. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have my website designer take control on the website, do whatever you need to do. He's built multiple websites for me, and they look freaking amazing every single time. I want to apologize firsthand. That is something that I have to gatekeep 100% for my website designer. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of game, a little bit of tea. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of tea, spill a little tea for you. I don't even know if that's the right word, but go onto Fiverr and look up website designers, because that there is going to be your key. If you don't want to build a website, if you suck at it, if you're like me and you get so frustrated with it, go to Fiverr, look up website designers, find one that you think is really good, and just go for it. Website designer is still working on the website. Right now we have samples coming in. Samples should be in on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. So we have those coming in. So right now, I think it's just filming content. Because I don't have anything else to do besides designing on these pieces. So that's something that I'll do later. But filming content, letting people know, hey, this is where this business is coming up, and I'm promoting this business. So that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. That's where you are at if you guys are in a little bit of a slowdown with everything. So I think that pretty much seals the deal with this video. I mean, there's a bunch of prints that I want to make. That I want to show you guys. So like I said, make sure you guys subscribe. And next video, I'm going to be showing off the designs that will go on these samples to see if I like the way that they turn out. One last time, day one, logo, designing logo. Day two, samples, testing samples, talking to manufacturers, whether you want to go overseas, United States. Day three, kind of experimenting with your samples, just kind of feeling it, wearing it, getting people's opinions, your friends, your whatever. That is where we're at. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.